Welcome to the Coffee with Pips podcast. This is our second ever podcast. I do have the first one uploaded on Coffee with Pips on YouTube. And all the links will be in the description below. Okay, so I'm not going to keep everybody in suspense. Let's get right into it. Today I'm touching on dirty, rotten, scoundrel scammers. They take your hard-earned money and leave you with false promises. In fact, a lot of people don't even report that they've been scammed because they're embarrassed. They don't even tell their family. And it's a vicious circle. It goes on and on. So the person being scammed feels really stupid. And like I said, I don't want to tell anybody, but then again, another scam walks in, or the same scammer comes on and makes more promises, and it's like, well, this time I'll take another chance, because it's like a gambler trying to recover their money. You see what I mean? It's a gambler will gamble, and it's like, okay, just one more pull of that slot machine, one more pull of that slot machine, and I'm going to hit, and I'm going to get all that money back that I lost. Chances are you won't. You'll just keep digging a deeper and deeper hole. And that's no fun. Scammers recycle their scams and just repackage them. Really, it's still the same scams. However, they're changing them up a bit and making them different, more believable. So they are artists. They're con artists. They're dreaming up different ways to deliver their message. And each time they're getting better and better and better at it. They could probably scam themselves. They're so good at it. So why reinvent the wheel? It's all working. I hate to say it, but I always have my guard up. People are always asking me, why don't you trust anybody? And it's not a matter of trusting or not trusting anybody. It's a matter of when I let my guard down, that's when bad things happen. Don't get caught off guard. And you know how I know this? Some really bad things happen to me. You know what? I'm going to save that for another show, but you haven't heard anything yet. But like I said, it's too long, and I will talk about it on another show. And be mindful that scammers can spoof phone calls, and that's exactly what they do. So if you ever see your area code come up and it's like, well, that's right in my town, so, I'm going to pick it up. And then you do, and it ends up being a scam. Then there's another number with the same area code. They can keep on changing them up, and they'll always get through. So block them, they'll come back. That's why I say they're rodents. They're scum of the earth rodents that just won't get a life of their own. Just the other day, and coincidentally, I did get a phone call from the fire and police, actually said they were the National Law Enforcement and Firefighters Society. Okay, they said that, help the firefighters, help law enforcement. Let's stand behind them. We're going to send you this sticker and, become a friend for life. Then you're ready to just give them all your money. They make you feel stupid. Oh, I'll get $5. Oh, like, really? $5 after I did such a great job getting through to you? Well, the phone call started out like this. I said, hi, is John there? I'm sorry, there's no John that lives here. You must have the wrong number. Oh, that's okay. I can talk with you. Well, you don't even know me. He just says that he was calling to put together some help for our heroes. Right. The heroes have probably arrested him 110 times. And then when I started doubting him, well, I did from the very beginning, he said, you know how much they've done for us? And I can't believe you don't even care. And it's like, don't tell me I don't even care. I was a police officer for many years, and one thing they don't do is call for donations. So if you get a call from the National Police Foundation or anybody, any charity for police and firefighters, first responders, hang up. They will never call you asking you to donate. But don't fall for it. Gotcha. Oh, be careful about this one. I almost fell for this myself. Okay, so you get a message from, let's say, PayPal. Okay, it looks like a PayPal account. Everything is this. It is a PayPal account. It has to be. But guess what? It's not a PayPal account. They tell you that your security has been compromised. They've seen suspicious activity going on your site. So somebody's phishing around there. So they have a little button that says, change your password. Well, that's great. And thanks for telling me, PayPal, because I don't want to lose any money. Who does? And so you click on that button, you change your account number. Of course, you're going to have to put in all of your information again, and your email, everything. Guess what? They're getting all that information. They're going to go into your account. They're going to lock you out. And then they're going to browse around. They'll make all kinds of charges, have things shipped to other places. And the scariest part, they're going to know what your account credit balance is. So they'll spend it all. You know what? Heck, they might even take a cash advance. Most likely that's what they'll do. But they'll definitely screw up your credit. They'll just rush in and take everything they can. They're thieves. They're scum. I got another one that said, thank you for renewing with Microsoft. Oh, I have all Mac computers, all Mac equipment. I don't have Microsoft anything. Not that I have anything against it. I just don't have Microsoft. So it was a renewal for $399. Then it says further down, I'm going to put this on the screen too for you to take a look at if you're watching this on the Coffee with Pips channel. It said, if you need to cancel or if this is an error, you didn't mean to renew, just call one of our happy customer care people. They'll be happy to help you and they'll help you get a refund. Well, guess what that's all about? They're going to go into your computer. They're going to ask for control of your computer. They're going to get all of your information, your banking routing numbers, possibly a credit card number, because they need to return that money to you and they're going to help you. So don't think to yourself, did I ever have a service with Microsoft? Sometimes you overthink it and think, oh, maybe another day or last year I pushed a button and I think I could have subscribed. No, this is exactly what these emails do to you. Get this. Then I did a little of my own work, and you can't really tell like if a phone's a cell phone if you type it into Google or not. But I just used other methods, and I did find out that this definitely was a cell phone, and it wasn't attached to anybody, not a company, and most likely not a real person, even though there was a name attached with it. Why would they use their real name? Did you ever get a phone call and you pick it up and you hear a faint click and that's it? That's a robobot that's collecting your information. They're validating that that's the number they called is in fact a working number and a real person. Now they gather all of these numbers and all the information they collect in other ways, and they put together a call list. And then they go and sell all of this information. You're not going to believe this. This just came up. Spam risk. Let's put it on. Hello?
Yes, special Evelyn. How are you doing this wonderful Evelyn?
Yeah, what is this? Who is this?
Yes, Jeff Martin calling you from the Publishers Clearinghouse Sweepstakes. And are you familiar with the Publishers Clearinghouse?
Oh yeah, Publishers Clearinghouse, sure. So
You're familiar with our company?
Yeah, so you kind of have the price patrol and stuff come out. He's on to me. I was being too nice, and he hung up. What a coincidence. It couldn't happen at a better time, but you know what? I get probably 5, 6, 7 of these a day. That wasn't made up. That was real. Perfect timing. It couldn't have worked out any better. Thank you. So it's not a complete loss for this person. They did validate now that I'm here. I pick up the phone. It's a good number. It's a working number. Okay, so you've seen, or you heard that one. What this person did, I picked it up and it took a second for somebody to get on the phone. And the reason is they work in big phone banks, and every time the computer keeps calling people, and then there's somebody to pick up whatever line, whoever's free picks up a line, and they start all this crap just like this guy did. And I would really like to find out who it is, but it just makes me so mad. It should make you mad and it should make you scared. Don't ever give out any of your personal information. Nothing. Facebook is dangerous. Be careful. Dates of birth and a full name can get the criminals everything. It can. If you suspect a call is a spam call, go with your gut. Hang up. Don't press anything. Don't press a prompt. It could end up costing you a lot of money. Just don't do it. Just stay as far away as you possibly can. You don't want to even be near these people. Well, they're not near. They're in call centers all over the world. So there's sites you can check out, like a Charity Navigator and Charity Watch, and you can Google and find, they'll give you a list of what the newest charity scam is. And the old charity scams too. You'll be really surprised. And beware of debt collection agencies. Companies will sell their debt to collection agencies, and then the collection agencies will go to town. Now, if you ask that collection agency, let's say that collection agency is calling you because there's a hospital bill or a medical bill that is unpaid. You start again questioning yourself. Then you ask, well, for what doctor is that? Well, it's, I don't have that information right now. Well, you better get that information, buddy, because I want to know what doctor that is. A lot of people won't even ask what doctor, what hospital. They'll be so scared, they're going to give them a payment over the phone. And don't forget, there's an extra charge for making a payment over the phone. Add insult to injury, right? And other things that debt collectors do is, fake debt collectors. Well, you know what? I don't have a real liking for a lot of debt collections agencies. And no, I do have good credit, but they do scare people. I remember when I was that 18-year-old kid and how scared they made me. I got the money and I was able to pay the credit card. And you know what? From that day on, I was always very careful with my credit. But that's what they do. They'll tell you that they're going to report you to the credit bureau, but if you pay today, they won't even talk to your credit bureau. Everything will be fine. Just like nothing ever happened. They'll also tell you that we're going to get a lien against your house. We're going to come and serve you at your job. How embarrassing is that? I do want to tell you, with all of these scams out there, the one with law enforcement or the IRS, I think, are the most powerful scams. And reason being is people are more apt to listen and react. Because what happens if it really is IRS? What happens if it really is the FBI? There could be some mistaken identity, and I want to make sure that I clear my good name. I got a great letter. Well, actually not a letter, because they wouldn't waste the stamp. An email. First of all, the FBI or IRS, they're not going to email you anything. Nothing. So I open up the email and read the subject line says FBI Federal Bureau of Investigations. And it gives me the director, Christopher A. Ray, who's the director in charge. So maybe they are real. Okay, so I'm going to read this to you in its entirety. My name is Mr. Christopher A. Ray, Director in charge of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, Washington, D.C., United States of America, in parentheses, USA. I am writing to let you know that we received several consignment boxes from Atlanta, Georgia airport with some different people's names on them. So now it gets kind of dicey. It almost sounds like somebody put their wording into Google Translate. So you know how that doesn't perfectly align with what they're trying to say. So grammatically, that should be a red flag right there. Okay, so among the consignment boxes that are still in our custody, your name was included on them. Others are from the Benin Republic Customs Office Branch, several banks in Europe and parts of Asia. It doesn't make sense. But I'll read on because it's from the FBI. They have all been sent to our office here in Washington, D.C. headquarters to make sure that you received your consignment boxes after securing the airport delivery yellow tag, which is not placed on the boxes to clear your consignment boxes from the airport. Now, and I think the FBI would have known that that's Atlanta Hartsfield International Airport. It's not Atlanta Airport. There are several Atlanta airports. There are several airports in every state. There might be one big one, but there are several airports. Okay, so they just narrowed it down to Atlanta Airport. Okay, this morning, in parentheses, Mrs. Susan Williams sent to us a message stating that she was a family member of you, and she also said that you are no more alive. No more alive? Maybe no longer alive? Maybe no longer living? Not living, but no more alive? And she made us to understood. There you go. That you handed over your belonging, not plural, to her when you was alive. When you was still alive. Okay, this is getting really dicey here. So therefore, the lady is demanding for the consignment boxes to be released to her as she is trying to stand as your next of kin. But we are still waiting to see if you will respond to this email within 24 hours. This is hard to read. Okay, within 24 hours. So now they had the boxes for how long? Now they want me to respond within 24 hours. They know I'm alive. Okay, then it says, because we are very careful, that was the reason why we ignored the message from Mrs. Susan Williams, but still awaiting to see if you will respond to this alert message for us to be sure that you are still alive. and send the required $200 to obtain the airport delivery yellow tag. Before they were yellow tags, which is not placed on the boxes so that you can receive your consignment boxes without any more delay on it. First of all, I don't care. I didn't know I was getting any boxes with yellow tags, and I don't even know Mrs. Susan Williams, and I don't talk like that. Do reconfirm below information as to avoid wrong delivery. For crying out loud, it's the FBI. They know where I am. They know everything about me. They know it's an Atlanta airport. I guess they just don't know which Atlanta airport it came from. But they want my name, my address, my mobile number, my occupation, and nearest airport, of all things. Closing. It says, so kindly contact us urgently with the $200 if you are alive to get the 2 tag placed on the boxes, as the tag will enable diplomatic agent, there's one agent working this, get to your house successfully without any interference. Thanks. What's wrong with that letter? Would you question that letter? I think anybody in their right mind would question that letter. But you know, an elderly person gets this letter, and maybe I had a aunt, she died, and she could have left me some boxes. Yeah, she lived around Atlanta. They start questioning themselves, and they're not in their right mind. You can even be in your right mind. You're just stunned. First of all, from the opening line, Mr. Ray, Federal Bureau of Investigation Director. You can read through the whole letter and not even notice all of these silly, stupid mistakes. Okay, moving on. This is one that really kind of irked me. Everybody needs to pay their way. Everybody needs to pay their taxes. But this is overboard to me. This is what to expect this tax season. 87,000 new IRS agents were hired. That's a lot of people, a lot of federal agents. Okay, so this is not very well publicized. There's a provision in the American Rescue Plan. American Rescue Plan. Providers must begin reporting to the IRS business transactions totaling $600 or more, just like most employers. This could create some unexpected hassles for entrepreneurs who use one or more of these apps to conduct business. You think? The Internal Revenue Service requires all payment processors in the United States, including Venmo, to provide information to the IRS about certain customers who receive payments for the sale of goods and services through Venmo. Is it Venmo or Venmo? Venmo. They got your number. What number is that? $600. That's what they got. Oh, and they have your social security number and all of your other information too, by the way. Okay, so if you're selling, let's say, selling stuff on eBay, keep it under $600. Because you know what? You pay taxes on it possibly once before if you purchased that item. Of course, it would probably have been for a lot more. You paid taxes on it. Now you're going to sell that on eBay, and you're going to get reported to the Internal Revenue Service, and that's going to look like income. You're going to have to pay taxes on it. That sucks. I'm thinking if you paid taxes on something once, and then you're selling it and you're paying taxes on it again, it's not like double jeopardy. Well, guess what? So now that third party, Venmo, eBay, they're going to be sending you a 1099 Yep, and you're going to have to claim it. But like I said, if you're, on the up and up, of course, you're going to do what's right. You're going to pay your taxes. Everybody has to pay taxes. So let's say that you sell something and you get a 1099 for it from a company, but you made the payment through Venmo or eBay or another payment, PayPal, keep saying eBay. Now you're going to have two 1099s, but they said it's not a problem. You can explain it, but the onus is on you. You need to explain it in a way that they're going to believe you. What? So you get on the phone with the Internal Revenue Service, and all you're going to get is these prompts all over the place. And before you know it, you're going to get disconnected. You're going to have to go through that waiting hours again. You won't get through. This just doesn't sound right. I mean, you have people transferring money back and forth all the time. You go out to dinner, you go to the movies, you're paying your friend back, they're paying you back, and things start to add up and everything. And then before you know it, you're paying extra. Besides paying tax on that popcorn and movie ticket, you're going to be paying tax on the tax on the tax. So, but they say that you can fill out some form and you have to explain it, and they have to believe you, and just got to prove that you're right. And, well, they're never wrong. I was going to say that you're right and they're wrong. We are going to save America with the American Rescue Plan Act, and that's ARPA is the acronym. So I guess it's part of the plan, I guess, right? What's next? Completely eliminating cash? Yep, you got it. That's already happening. You go to many businesses, restaurants, cafes, and what have you. You have to pay with a credit card or a debit card. Easy to trace. It's very, very smart. So this is happening all this year. Happy 2022. In 2023, tax filing, make sure you have all your ducks in order. Hey, have a great week, everybody. I really do appreciate you stopping by, listening to me, give me ideas for topics that you want to hear. And watch Coffee with Pips. Let's have a little fun with this. If you're interested in collaborating or being on an episode of Coffee with Pips, or even being interviewed on the Pips podcast, just let me know. And we do have email address down in the description. Simply reach out and I'll get back to you. Thank you, everybody, and have a great week.